All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the June 16th, 2009 Board of Selectmen's meeting. Mr. Clerk, can we have the roll, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, all 5 selectmen present, as is Interim Town Administrator John Sanjanet.
Thank you. First order of business will be citizens' participation. Who's here to speak to the board tonight? All right, 1, 2, and then 3. Come up, man. If you could just introduce yourself and speak directly into the microphone, please.
Okay, Betty Leepool, 12 Linwood Ave.
I'm sorry, speak.
Speak up because the microphone's the air conditioner's roundabout.
Yeah, okay. Just speak.
I have a hard time because I had my thyroid cut.
Just pull the microphone closer to you.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Betty Leepool, 12 Linwood Ave. I got a couple of things. I'm not very organized, so please forgive me.
Take your time, don't worry.
The pumping station has been moved. There's no map. I only have the original map, but they did some alterations, so there's no map that I can fight for to say, you know.
Which pumping station are you talking about?
On Linwood Ave.
Oh, okay.
I did fill out a paper on the location of where it's supposed to come into my house, but I just found out today that it's better off that I go around my house and not the way that we put it. So I want everybody to know I changed it. The second thing is that this map says that I have a garage. So I don't want to get taxed for a garage when I have a carport, because I'm up against David Simmons, so that could be possible. He might do that to me. The other thing is the violations on the sewer treatment plant. The violations from the EPA report, I think I said that right, I'm not sure, doesn't match up with my reports, the dates that I wrote. There is an alarm going off at night. The last time the alarm went off was September, let me go this way, June the 8th, 2009, Monday night. It's like a foghorn. I tape recorded it. It only takes you 2 seconds to look at it. There's a little piece of paper in here. When you put the VCR in, make sure you look at the paper. There's a little check here, and that'll tell you what's on, and look at the numbers, so you won't be here all night if you look at it. That'll try to help you out. That's the sound of the horn that David Simmons needs to. It's when the sewer treatment plant's getting pumped up too much that it's ready to overflow, and when it overflows, it flows into this cranberry bog. It looks like a cranberry bog behind my house, and it's like a reserved thing, and that's where the raw sewage ends up getting dumped. And that's when the alarm, before this all is supposed to happen, that's what the alarm is. The last time that I documented the alarm going off was September the 27th, 2008, and it was a sad day, and the alarm went off. I'm going to give you this paper. Okay, that's that. That goes with you. That's mine. Okay. The other thing, last, thank God, is on that empty lot that I'm trying to save, because I'm fighting for the sewer treatment plant. David Simmons is trying to make my life miserable. He moved the pumping station closer to my house, and I'm trying to save the tree The other day, June the 15th, on this tape, you'll see David Simmons with some other guy laughing his head off because I put St. Francis and a big bow on it. The man does not have a heart. When you do look at these tapes, they came down my house Monday. If you do look at the whole tape, I want you to be aware that my dog has just lost his hips Monday. And you might not want to watch the whole thing because my husband is picking up the dog to try to get it outside so it could go to the bathroom. I need access. I don't want anybody to block the driveway. My husband's not thinking right. The dog's getting put down tomorrow. But since I am in the middle of the street, all of the trucks end up in front of my house because they're starting from my house, I think, down. But everybody's been turning around and everything. I don't know what time tomorrow we're going to put it down because we don't have the money to give her new hips. So that's all I ask for.
All right,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
If you would, you can give those tapes to Mr. Sandinet for me. And is your name and address so we can return them? Yes, okay.
You can keep for your record because I am doing an update on that. And every time it smells or it's toxic, I'll write it down.
Okay.
My mistake is that, my theory is that when I smell the toxic chemicals, it's got to do with humidity. And I'm going to start bothering that now.
All right, well, we will take the issue up with the superintendent. Obviously, if there's sewage that's actually spilling into an overflow container in the open, that's obviously a health and welfare and safety issue, so we'll certainly inquire about that right away. And in terms of the noise, we'll certainly ask him for a record of when those alarms are being discharged and for what purpose, and we'll certainly look into the issue, and we'll be happy to get back with you.
There's another one thing I just remembered, is there was a gas smell, and that's on that date of that paper. It's underlined in red. The date's on there. And I called the gas company. Well, I didn't call the gas company. My husband went out to go to work, and he smelled gas and told me to get out of the house, take the dogs.
Did you report that to the gas company?
We called the gas company. The gas company come down. He checked all the houses, and he come back and he said, "Lady, I think it's the sewer treatment plant." So there's another thing you might want to look into.
Okay, well, if there are any other concerns or problems that you might be having, you'll let us know.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes,
If I-
ma'am.
If I could just ask you one question. Did you by any chance get the name, the phone number of Jim Brody from CDM? When we had the meeting over there, there's a gentleman by the name of Jim Brody that is, I think it's Jim Brody now.
It is.
Yeah, thank you. I was thinking of NECN, who has a contact number for anyone with issues. He's, like on site to handle those things. If you didn't get his number, I don't have it. Mr. Sanjanet, I'm sure we can get that to you.
Well, actually, maybe the best thing to do is, Mr. Sanjanet, have the site superintendent contact her and sit down with her and discuss all her issues, and also any other neighbors in the area that might have issues as well. Would that be all right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's been, I've talked to people who had issues like in Briarwood and stuff, and I know that yours is a little different because of the sewer plant, but he was really good with Rose Point and Briarwood residents, so he may be able to help. And then just the one other